to share some of my collection with some folks out there. Welcome to my live. How about we go right to this? I don't know if whoever has followed me before has probably seen this. I've showed this on a live once before. It's yeah, look at that bag. Just check it out. Say hello in the chat box. Hi, sunshine. So this is probably one of my newer finds. This freaking leather bag is amazing. It's from an Italian lady in Italy, and only the Italians, you got to give it to the Italians. They know how to make leather. And so I saw this and I'm like, I got to have it. I just got to have it. I mean, there are some unbelievable details on here that just make this, I hate to use that word extraordinary because I don't want to abuse that word, but this is an extraordinary miniature. It is an extraordinary miniature. In a rule I just put in place for myself just to get through it and not be so freaking obsessed is it's the rule of 3. So I like bags. I have 3. I'm done. So now I need to move on to the next thing. This is the bag I bought before these two, and this one doesn't even open. It's just it's awesome. It's just all tightly glued down, but it's beautiful. I don't care that it doesn't open. I mean, a good miniature doesn't always have to work. It's nice when it does, because just so you know, this is my collection is housed in a it's housed in basically a secretary cabinet. It's a wood cabinet. So everything's here. I'm not a dollhouse person, per se. It is crazy. I know. Just Jen, it's crazy. I'm not a dollhouse person. Not to say, I just love to have things, and I like to place them around where I like them. Whereas a dollhouse is just so permanent. Let's see. So I like plants. There's some of my plants. See, I don't know what it means when somebody asks if they want to be on my live. And if I don't know who they are, how would I let them in? So there's some of my other plants. So my latest plant that I purchased is this plant from, her name is Hannah Lemon. I forget the brand of tea. It would become with mini animal. I still don't know what you're talking about. I would love to know though, if you could DM me with that information. I'd love to know that. Okay, so this is by Hannah Lemon is her name, and she makes some of the most divine miniature plants. I mean, it almost looks real. Just almost looks real, but people really, that's part of the realism. It's amazing. All right. I do like leather, so I like furniture that is made of leather. And so this is one of my leather treasures. Is this awesome? I don't have a mini baby. Red tea rose, I don't know that, but isn't that beautiful? Look at the tufts on that. Isn't that just incredible? Who made this? Peter Davies, I think, 1983. Before most of you were born on this live. All right, so gotta love that. Love it, love it, love it. What else? Let me see. My other leather chair is, before I get too distracted. Well, let me show you this, because this is always a crowd pleaser. This is my shell collection in miniature, in a printer's tray. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is probably one of my favorite miniatures, honestly. It's just amazing. I think I don't know if there even is one. Nope. They're all, I didn't lose any. I should hold my breath. Oh, someone asked. All right, this is probably one of my other favorite miniatures. It's this beautiful secretary by Keith Bogard. He's the same guy that made that, where is it? Oh, he's the same guy who made this beautiful clock. So back to just leather. Look at that chair with the brass rivets. The mini ships are amazing. Yeah, they are. So I have a 2-piece white leather chair. It's like a wingback chair, and then the ottoman that goes with it. That's one of my favorites. But this is definitely one of my all-time favorites. Is this piece by Keith Bogard. My favorite thing that I have in Mini, it's a really hard question to ask me. It's very hard to ask me because everything I have, I freaking love. I mean, as small as miniatures are, honestly, does this give serotonin? Absolutely. As much as miniatures are small, they don't take up a lot of room. So as much as they're small, they do take up a lot of room if you're only presenting in a small amount of space. And so everything I acquire, thank you for those nice words, the three beans. Everything I acquire, I need to make sure, first of all, I have to love it, but I also need to have room for it. So I'm much more, not judicious is not the word, selective, So this is probably one of my newest pieces by Keith Bogart. He's just incredible. Really, really, really incredible miniaturist out of France. Let me show you this book because I think you guys will get everything just falls when you touch it. You ready? Da 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 da! Miniatures for dummies. You gotta love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. That's Mom. Say hi to Mom. More ashtrays. One up. And then pull that one out. I love these grandma chairs. Aren't they amazing? Just like, I just love the old timiness of it and the tufts. Look at the tufts. Look at the fabric and the color. This is old. This is an old piece. Is it an old piece? Yeah, 1979. Nick Nichols. Look how beautiful. Look at the woodwork. This is all hand carved, you guys. The fabric is great. It feels exactly the way it looks. It's plush. It has texture. This one I bought at a show a couple of years ago. I forget which show, which dealer. About the chandeliers. Yeah, I love the chandeliers. Okay, so the chandelier, this is made by Jay Getzand. It's a husband and wife team out of Chicago. They do some of the most beautiful copper work as well. What paintings on the wall do you like? Because I have... Again, I love paintings, but again, I can't get involved with paintings. They're very expensive. And so I can't get too involved because I can't afford them. And so I can only love a few things. This, believe it or not, was framed in a full-size frame. And I found it in a flea market and I just pulled it out. How beautiful is that? Just beautiful. So I don't have a lot of paintings. A lot of what you see are prints out of magazines or whatever. Pro tip here, guys. Those catalogs that you get, antiques and estate sale catalogs. There's beautiful photography and beautiful printed on beautiful paper. Those are great ways to cut those up and frame them, and you have really nice things to post on your wall. I mean, that's a reprint. That's paper. This is a very, very old-fashioned curio cabinet. I made this actually because I participate every year in a fall Halloween show at the Hudson River Museum in Yonkers, New York. And so I made this for one of the rooms in the dollhouse that they have on permanent view there. And I know there's a lot of light, so let me just pull back. Let me just change this light and see if I can get rid of the... There we go. Isn't that beautiful? And I just filled it with tiny things. Just tiny, cheap things. I mean, these are not expensive things. It's all about composition, just like that closet filled with Chanel or not filled with Chanel. It's about how you put it all together. But I do like this piece a lot, and I'm very happy with it for sure. I made the cabinet. It's not a great piece, and I'm glad you are obsessed now because miniatures can be pretty obsessive for sure. All right, I am going to sign off and say thank you for joining. Follow me. I have a YouTube channel. I'm very invested in this miniature world. I promote every chance I can get. But I do, thank you. I do, I spend most of my time as a reseller. So I do auctions and I resell estate sale collections. So look for me, look out for me. And thank you for joining. I'm so glad you were here today. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Okay.